We were now in chapter number 3, correct? Chapter number 1, we have already made it very simple and easy. Beyond this, there is nothing. Only expansion of the question and answer, it should be there. Very simple. Guys, if you see this particular previous attempt or the attempts, whatever has been expected only is being asked. They have not gone too much inside the book. If you actually see, they can go dig deeper. But in professional level of CA intermediate, they are not doing. Maybe if it is for CA final, it will be even more. It will be even more tougher. Maybe it might be tougher. Advanced level, expert level, they can ask. But CA intermediate level, they know. The students come after CA foundation or a CPT. So you cannot put it too much on pressure because it's already 2 subjects. Correct? So from my side, it becomes very simple. But from the students' angle, when they see, it might be tougher, but they are not asking too much. They are not like digging deep and finding out even small point and all. They are not taking MCQ. On a base level, if you prepare itself, and on that, if you revise, they are making it easy on the question paper. So, but still, you know what I'm doing. I am not in the base level. I am actually digging deep. If at all, if you have a chance to open the material and see, you will understand what we are trying in the MCQs. We are digging deep. So people who have already touched on something in the material, you will understand what we are actually doing. But still, expansions, that, this and all will make your base really strong. Then whatever question and answer it should be. Guys, very simply, if you see, 15 plus 15, 30 marks only we are now concentrating. Remaining is 35 marks for EIS and 35 for SM. In the 35 marks, how many questions they can ask? Tell me. Hardly some 10 questions. If they keep 10 questions also, 3.5 marks only. Yes. So 10 questions in the whole of the book, which is not been previously asked in the previous attempt. Picking up 10 questions, once you know the basics, is easy. Correct? And that too, the most important thing is you have mnemonics in hand, which is a big booster. Though concept is there, mnemonics will make you even more stronger, because when you sit in the exam like this, it should come in the reading time. 15 minutes reading time means you should have visualized the whole book. How it is going to be possible? Only when we do in this order, it is going to make it possible. And don't forget, guys, we are going to write this as paper number 7. If you are writing both groups, almost some 15 days you would have spent on the exams and that itself. You cannot say, sir, exam is only 7th exam. Correct. But in the middle, you have that holiday. Will you be peacefully sitting on that day? That day only will be a bigger day. Correct. At least on the exam day, you can relax. Some people will say, sir, I am very relaxed now. If I ask them, when are you getting relaxed? They will say 2 to 5. Exam time, he will be relaxed or she will be relaxed. Immediate remaining time and all, you will be like this only you will go, and sometimes you become more like a saint during the examination time. Correct? You will not speak with anyone. Like this only you will go. Your dad and mom, whatever they say, you will say immediately like this only. You will not react beyond 10 days before the exam. You would have reacted differently. Now automatically character change will happen, because you must be good. So you will feel God only will help you. If God thinks that you are kind, he will make you pass the exam. இதெல்லாம் நமக்கே ஒரு நினைப்பு வந்துரும். கரெக்ட்? அப்படியே அமைதியா உட்காந்துருப்ப. என்ன சாப்பிட்றப்பா? நீங்க எது கொடுத்தாலும் சாப்பிட்றேன். Like that only you will tell when you tell your mom. Think 15 days before what you did. என்னத்தை சமைச்சு வச்சிருக்க? பண்ண உப்புமாவே திருப்பி பண்ற. So what happens is there is going to be a whole changeover. You will not know what you are trying to do, but still the point is you don't need to do a character change. Continuously, with a perseverance, daily, if you study some 15 to 20 minutes or 15 minutes to half an hour on EISSM, spend on it, invest on it, you will be automatically reaping the benefit. Guys, it is not like practical exam. Correct? Costing an FM, Hari sir will tell what to do. If you plan practice, there will be some mistakes you do, silly mistakes you will do, which will take over the mark. The silly mistakes and all, you can take a list called mistakes list. If you rectify on that, it is going to come. Accounts, Shanmona answer will take care. Both the accounts, costing and FM, both Hari sir will take it. So like that, taxation, they will do it. So if you practice it, the more you write it and see, it is automatically going to come. EISSM and all, where you will start to write, how you will finish. Correct? Some people will start writing, they will write the whole book another time. Hey, already material is there. What are you doing? I am creating my own material. You don't need to create. You try to study is what we will try to say. Correct? In a very fun mode, that's what we will say. So we should be very careful on, are we starting it right? Are we finishing it right? Are we taking it properly till the exam? Planning alone will not help. Execution is so important, right? Why am I telling all this in the morning is, if till now, if you have done with the portions already completed, till now, whatever I have taken, if you are done, that means you are making yourself ready for EISSM. I'll tell you guys, you are thinking this only as one paper. You know what? This paper will be a confident, that confidence that you derive from EISSM will spread over other things. Do the same thing. You will also feel like auditing is there in your hand. Correct? You don't need to bother about another paper. But if this one theory paper, if you are making it strong, automatically it is going to come. And if people are writing both groups, I will take up law, I take up EISSM, I take up economics. So all the theory papers, it is coming to me. Correct? Auditing, because our takes, so it is going to be making it easier also. So depending on what the subject is, if it is theory, this is the modus operandi on how you will have to work. Write more, prepare your short notes, and that's what we are trying to do already. Now, are you in the right track? You are in the best track. You are in a very easy track. Not even August is born, you are almost getting all the chapter flow for EAS. I usually start with the SM. Why I am starting with EAS this time? Because SM can be made very easy. In psychology, they say eat the frog first. Don't say, sir, I'm vegetarian, I will have only vegetables and all. What is this concept is, when something is tougher, that is the first thing you need to start. We do this opposite when it comes to C exam, correct? You register by January, February and all, already studied concepts and all, you will sit and waste time. By April only, you will take bigger concepts and see, and you will say, may not be the right time for us. We need to improve ourselves more. We need to get more marks. We are not, all this and all, your mind will start fighting with you. Correct? 1 month may be sufficient for you to pass, but passing alone is not important. Knowledge gathering is important. Why not we can take November, May, too much of heat also. November, it will be raining. All this and all, your mind will start thinking. Then slowly you do the same thing and come in October. Too much of rain in November. What shall we do? So if we start thinking May and November will come and go, but we will not go. So this happens every time, correct? Nama plan பண்ணும்போதே what we guys will do. Okay, now we are going to start. Okay, now Anand is going to start studying. அப்படி பார்த்தோன்னே 6:45 ஒரு 15 நிமிஷம் இருந்தா 7 o'clock round ஆயிடும். So why not we can start at 7 o'clock? Because 15 minutes we can do planning time. Like this itself, we will keep on be thinking. Upon the moment you think it will be 7:10. 7:10. Why can't we round up by 7:15? Because we watched one unnecessary WhatsApp video. Like this, you will keep on be thinking 8:30, 9 o'clock. Why can't we have after breakfast? Before breakfast, whatever we study, we are already hungry. No, so we will not, like this itself, if we keep on be moving, I don't think it is going to serve the purpose. I have done all these things also. So don't worry that if you are doing, you are the only person. I have done it right from the school time. I will think of bunking the school itself. What we are going to do in the school today? Anyways, they are going to keep test only. We can write the test in the morning. It's like that and all. We sometimes think even in the school time, correct? You guys bunk college only, I bunk school itself. So kids only will bunk school. Kids only will bunk college. Ultra legend and all will bunk school. Okay. Anyways, so the point is we can accordingly manage it and study daily. If you have that interest, guys, if you already created an interest on EISSM, I think then you are in a right track. Okay. Now, shall we go inside the subject? We have spoken some stories. Now we will slowly go inside the subject. What we have done. Some out of 100%, we have completed some 50% on chapter number 3. Shall we visualize quickly? Some 5 minutes, I'll ask you some questions, tuck, without seeing if you are answering, it is better. Two things will happen. If you tell the right answer, confidence will develop. If you tell the wrong answer, learning will develop, correct? So nothing called failure. So you don't need to see the book. We are only learning, right? You can make mistakes. That's okay. So Don't bother about telling it wrongly. Don't bother at all. Try to learn from here. Are we ready? Mnemonics only. Shall we do it? Hardware. iPod. Okay. I do opposite also. Suddenly I tell the answer. You should tell me the question. Okay. B, C, F, R, F, D.
Data flow.
Hierarchy of
Hierarchy.
Flow of database or hierarchy of database model. So what is B, C, F, or F, D?
It's
bits,
characters,
Characters,
field,
fields,
record,
records, files, and
database.
database. Okay. Next answer. HON is the answer.
Models of
database.
object-oriented
Tell
relational
me first the question.
What are
models of
Database.
database models.
Because hierarchy will be different from models. All these things we told already. Models of database. Now if you tell, like Aishwarya does, hierarchical, object-oriented, relational, network. The moment when you say relation, what will you remember? DER. Domains, attributes, relationship, and records. This is how we will try to remember easily. Yes. Okay. Software. What you will remember?
Gas.
Gas is how we will remember. Gas cylinder will automatically come. When I say operating system, it is a part of which software? System software. Very good. That is also done. Okay. When I wanted to talk about DBMS, expand DBMS.
Database management system.
Now, when we were talking on the previous class, I said not much expansion is there. But then I told Aishwarya that we will write the expansions also. Correct? These are all only the expansion. DBMS, database management system. Okay, now I will ask you some quick expansions. Okay, RAM.
Random access
memory. Okay, now immediate question. Random access memory is dash memory.
Volatile memory.
Volatile memory. Remember this? Yes, ROM.
Non-volatile memory.
Non-volatile memory, read-only memory. Read-only memory. Okay. ODBMS.
Object-oriented
database management system. Very simple. Correct. We have already studied in HON. ODBMS, they'll ask in the exam. They will ask different option. You will laugh at it and write the correct answer. Correct. Object-oriented database management system. Okay. Now then I'll ask you this. When I say system, what is the mnemonics you will remember?
IPC.
IPO. Input processing and output. Correct, no, system. This system means what it will do. Only three things it will do. Computer system, what it will do? It will do only three things. Input, processing, and output. Okay. Steps in IS model.
Input, process, output.
Input, process, output, feedback. Do you remember this? Some fourth or fifth point we would have written. That's a newly added concept in the material. Who knows? They may confuse. iPod and gali. The answer is not iPod. It is input, processing, output, and feedback. Are we clear with this? Okay. We are done with that also. Okay. So now when I say processing devices, what you will remember?
Process.
CPU.
CPU.
Now I am showing you signs and symbol. Who will do all this in the exam hall? You should only do yourself. Okay. So processing device, car is how you will remember. Expand car.
Control unit, arithmetic unit, logic unit, and registers.
Arithmetic and logic unit, registers. Okay, good. So we will know control unit will control, arithmetic logic unit, arithmetic operation. Guys, did we tell the types of registers? No. Can you go and write? There are 4 types of registers. They will ask this in MCQ. Go near to that place. I know there will not be much line, but still you can include inside that. Go to car. Where you wrote car, go there. There you insert, or you will not be able to insert. You can write in the middle. There are 4 types of registers. Can you start writing? 4 types of registers. You can remember it, the mnemonics as MASS, M-A-S-S. So what I'll do, I'll slowly share the screen and I will also write there above. Now all this we were able to see, correct? Now registers, registers we are able to see here, guys. This is what you wrote: control unit, arithmetic and logic unit, registers. Guys, are you able to see this?
Yes, sir.
Registers. How many types are there? There are 4 types. How to remember?
MS.
MASS, mass. What are the 4 types? Can we write? M, A, S and S. So first is miscellaneous register. Don't write the MISC in the exam. Okay, then he will give you only quarter of a mark. Write fully miscellaneous, miscellaneous registers. A is address registers. They may ask you this in the exam. Storage registers. Then storage accumulators. They can ask this in the MCQ, so we need to be careful on mass. Guys, I hope you are updating the mnemonics list. Yarni has updated till date. She is sending me then and there when she is completing. Good for her, and she'll also be able to revise it better. I am yet to see the full content. I have seen that she has prepared. It is really good. I need to validate and tell her if there is any updation. Only then it will be helpful for her. So you can also do that whenever I have time. I'll be able to do. Yes. So mass have you completed? Miscellaneous register, address register, storage register, and storage accumulator. Guys, what is this miscellaneous? The keyword is this is general purpose register. Miscellaneous means what? Other than whatever we are going to mention. Address register will store what? Addresses. Correct? Whatever is going to be there in the database, it will do. This is store data, not the address. And other related aspects apart from addresses. Storage accumulators is cumulative storage of information. You know what cumulative is, correct? 1, 2, 3 means 1 plus 2, then 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 4 is 10, like that it will be cumulative. That's what you would have done in capital budgeting, right? If I'm not wrong, in your financial management, if you have studied, you will understand present value and all, you will calculate discounted cash flow, that, this and all. If you prepare, you will only do cumulative figures. So if you are done with mass, this is what we did, right, guys? Have you written mass? Completed that? Okay. If you are still writing, quickly do, then we can see what we have already done. I can spend some 5 minutes on what we have done, then we can go to the remaining part.
Sir, now storage registers will store the data. Now storage accumulators in cumulative
Storage accumulator can also be address, can also be data. So cumulatively, see, you cannot go to one particular place to find out. Accumulators will try to bring everything under one place. It will not be separate, it will be together, so that you know how you can accumulate things, so that if you see the last data saved, it will be right from the start. It will not be only the previous one, it will be the full picture. So that's how the accumulators will work.
integration of the total information.
Yes, right from the start. Yes. You're done? Okay. Now, guys, if you have actually seen what a system, information system, this only I told. Steps in IS model, correct? When you told the answer, components, and then components only, we were taking all these things. IPCVS, what is that? Internal memory, primary memory, cache, virtual, and secondary memory. Yes. So we will explain all this, and then types of output. And then, guys, did you write this? Examples or types of output devices. Did you remember anything for mnemonics? You should have written CRT pills. Are you able to get this? Mnemonics, CRT pills. Shall I show you what is that? CRT is cathode ray tube, which is nothing but your monitor. Correct? Pills. In printer, you will have inkjet printer and laser printer. So another L is LCD, LED and all. Then speaker. Are you getting the mnemonics? CRT pills. You can say printer plotter also. Mnemonics is your time saver. Mnemonics is your life saver. Mnemonics is your attempt saver, correct? Conceptually, you should be knowing. Mnemonics alone will not help. Concept alone will not help, correct? You need to have both. So examples and all we wrote on what is there in operating system. Database, we told some examples on database, then hierarchy, models, then we explained everything. Then advantages of DBMS, drawbacks we told, correct? Are we clear till this? This is what we did for the previous class. Now, shall we go inside and see what are the remaining things? Okay, now in this whole world, now you know what is the bigger concept that is happening now? Big data. What is big data? Whatever that is data, which is going to be, now you go to a mall simply, there will be one coupon, they will say, sir, we are drawing a lot. So please give your name, mail ID and phone number, correct? You may think that what is going to be a big deal, but that can also be a big data. How many people come to the mall daily? If you collect all the information, don't you think that's a really big data that they have? Massive data which can use, they will sometime use to analyze them. So like that they try to do, and that's the most important database tool. So what is big data? Big data is a massive large data. What is that they are trying to say? They set all the database tools which do not have the processing power to analyze them. They will collect the data. Once they get the full-fledged data, then they will start using it for different purposes. What is that they are saying here? That the conventional database tools do not have the power to process. So massive large data will try to do that, which was not done by the old database tool. Conventional database tool is the previous old database tool. Before big data concept, they were only storing some data which was not helpful. Massive large data means millions and millions of customers that they will accumulate data, and from there they will work on. Correct? Guys, you would have studied a proverb called information is wealth. Correct? You know what is now the word? Data itself is wealth. So you don't need to have information. If you have somebody's data, you will be able to do it very easily. Yes, so that's what they are trying to come back here and say. So what next is data warehousing. Guys, warehousing means what?
Storing.
Storage and data.
Correct. But when you have big data, don't you think you should store it in a place? They call this as data warehousing. Data warehousing means any data or only structured data. Any data, non-operational data also will be there. That means when it is not directly matching you, but still you will help, you need it for some other purpose. Yes, they will be able to do it. Non-operational data. Time variant. You cannot try to use one data again and again for a long period of time. The more data you use it within a specific time, it will be obsolete. Obsolete means what? Out of use. So they will always have a time variant to keep that in a data warehousing, and beyond a point of time warehouse, you cannot just throw inside the data warehouse. You need to have a standardized data structure. So these points are so important. Please mark it. I'll mark it in green color. You know, whenever I mark in green color, what does that mean? Exam question, correct? So automatically we use the same color, so you can accordingly try to remember. Quickly take down this. Big data, data warehousing, data mining, all these are so important for the exams perspective, also for the concept perspective. Quickly write this. I will again repeat: big data, data warehousing, data mining are the recently introduced concepts which was not there in the old syllabus and all. So be careful about it. You can also write it and keep somewhere else. Data related, big data, data warehousing, data mining, data analytics. I will also write what's a big deal. Now itself I will write immediately here. So data related concepts are important. Please write this and keep big data, data warehousing, DW, data mining, data analytics, business intelligence, artificial intelligence, everything they will connect it through the data. So please write this. DW is what? Data warehousing, DM, data mining, DA, data analytics. All this and all will not be there in the new old syllabus when you studied previously or people who studied. So for them, it will not be directly there. This and all is recently introduced. These are the need of the hour. Guys, for auditing now, the auditors itself are asking what type of data warehousing you use, and the client is asking the auditor what type of data analytics you use. Now they have developed in that way that you are not still sitting only in tally and then say this entry has to be done, this and all. Now that and all is applicable even now for small companies. When you go for corporates, Tatas and Reliance and all, when you go for the risk-based audit and all, they will try to analyze the data. Data analytics will be used. They will mine the data. Mine means what? Digging deep. They will go inside the origin of the data and they will try to find out. They will collect data through the big data procedure. They will use IS audit tools. You guys are going to study all this here in this chapter number 3. So don't think we are studying for the marks alone. When you become qualified, you should also know basic information technology, right? Yes. So what are the primary schools for creating or designing a data warehousing? What is the answer? Bottom up approach, top down approach, both approaches. That means right from the start to end and end to start, up to down, down to up. Just try to remember this, it's enough. Just try to remember the approaches. Let's not bother about what is that they have told here. Bottom up means small data they will combine together and then they can accordingly collect and form a data mart. We call it as Geo Mart, Flipkart Mart. Correct? Mart means what? Which has large number of data which is being collected through the data warehousing. Top down is from the bigger level, you go to smaller level, you dig deep. There only data mining will come. This and all is newly added, guys. These are all amendments in EIS. You know, amendment will come only in law, correct? Sometimes it comes in EISSM also. You're done with this? Shall we go to the next one? Data mining. Please mark it again important. Guys, shall I tell you a simple word how you can remember data mining? R&D. What is R&D? Research and development. Now, when you do research and development, you will go only in one formula or in any formula that you wanted to. Any formula. That's how data mining. Shall I tell another example for you to understand? Income tax raid. Have you seen movies on income tax raid? They will only search one house. They will only search one room. Wherever they wanted, they can open and see. If there is a suspect that the business place is being utilized, there also they can go and check. Nearby house, that also they can check. Doubt only is going to be there. They can do this. This concept in tax, they call it as search and seizure. Have you heard this word? Search means what? You go and find out and come. Whatever they give, you will be. Seizure means what? If criminal activity, you can itself go take everything and come, because they will not give you openly. Sir, income tax rate, very good. I was waiting for you only. I have collected lots of gold, money and all. You don't need to take everything and break. I will itself give, you will give. Correct? So search and seizure. So you can remember all these examples. Please write it down, the examples, so that when I tell you the concept of data mining, you will understand it in a better way. Even the smallest of the smallest things also they will not leave. Correct? When it is income tax rate, they will scan everything. They will touch on the wall. They may also sometimes break the wall. They may also see what is there in the tank or the well. You would have seen many movies. Correct? If you see Shivaji movie, if you see Shivaji movie means not the older Shivaji. Shivaji movie is acted by Rajini, right? So all this, if you see, you will be able to find from where and all they segregate. They will itself give you idea. Correct? Sometime the directors know, they will itself give you idea. If at all you wanted to do money laundering, go and watch Shivaji movie. Shankar itself would have told you how to do money laundering properly. But after that, Money Laundering Act prevention came. Now you cannot do money laundering. They will screw you. Correct? So money laundering cannot be done. You cannot like shave your head and say, Motabas, I am now changing my character. I can do money laundering. So Prevention of Money Laundering Act has become so famous that now they will be able to easily find out what is the legitimate and illegitimate means. Now, all that you can try to remember. Why I am touching on the films, you know, obviously. Correct? When I say, do you remember the concept? You would have already seen. You say, no, I have not seen. When I say, do you remember the movie? You will say, yes, sir, I remember. Correct? Artificial intelligence. When I say artificial intelligence, when I ask you what is artificial intelligence, you will never bother. If you say, have you seen Robo movie? You say, yes, yes. Do you remember Aishwarya Rai's birthday? You will say, yes, yes. Correct? Do you remember that the robo will try to do 3-4 hairstyle when it is moving like this? Then you remember, yes, yes. That's what when I say artificial, you say, oh, this is only artificial intelligence. Correct? So when you will not be able to remember, automatically I will have to bring down the movies. Correct? So all these examples we try to bring for you to understand. Correct? So don't bother about it. Sometimes some people will go back and say, yes, sir. In CA final and all, we have an act called Prevention of Money Laundering Act. When I tell the movie, no, they will not be able to get it because they would have forgot that scene. They would not have seen from the law angle. After that, they will go back and watch the video and say, sir, now I understand what is placement, what is layering, what is integration. Guys, you also have PMLA. Do you know that? You also have this in chapter number 5. What is chapter number 5 for EAS?
Core banking system.
Core banking system. There on the compliance requirement, you will talk about PMLA. What is PMLA? Prevention of Money Laundering Act. So there also you are going to study 3 stages, but on a full-fledged act, you will read in final under law. This is only for the compliance you will know. Okay. Anyways, let's not go too much on that. Data mining. See, data mining itself, we are doing data mining, correct? Okay, we are not digging deep. We'll go inside and see what is that. Guys, process of analyzing the data. Now, are you seeing only the current trend? No. To find the previously unknown trends, that only you will dig deep and find out what are the unknown trends, unknown pattern, unknown association to make decisions. It involves extracting the useful data. Guys, extracting data, they did not say. Unnecessary data, what you will do? Then it will be like what you will saying, correct? So that shouldn't be the point. What is necessary data, what is useful data has to be extracted as per the requirement from the collection of raw facts. What does that mean, guys? You take all the raw facts, you determine what is important, what is unimportant, what is material, what is immaterial. Like that, you break it open. That is been done by a technique called data mining. Are you clear? Can you write down this? I'll give you some time. What is the keyword? Extracting what data? useful data from the raw facts that we already know. Are we clear? Can you take down this? Okay, guys, I'll also finish these steps so that you can see, you can write the steps also. Don't write now. Guys, steps means will you change the order? No. Life cycle, will you change the order? No. Phases, will you change the order? No. Stages, will you change the order? No. All this and all, you cannot change the order. You change the order, they change your mark. So, write in the order. What is the order? First, data integration. Integrate all the data. Then select which data you wanted. Then clean. Data cleaning means you need to know what is material, what is immaterial. Then transform the important thing. In that you data mine and make it stronger. Then find out in which way you can see or you can extract an information, pattern evaluation and knowledge, and then take a decision. Easy to remember. So what you will try to do? First you will have to say IS. What is IS? Integration, selection. Then you will do clean and transform. Then you will say, I wanted to do three things, which is going to be mining, evaluation, and decision making. Are you clear? Can you take down this? Please write this. Don't change the order. Write both steps and data mining. Don't change the order. Now they have included this as a extra topic. So steps in data mining is important for exams. As I've already told you, I will update the material based on how ICA is updating. This and all, previous attempt also I would not have taken because it was brought only this time. So let's see how important they are. Keep on updating the material, correct? They are updating the material just like that. And so we need to be careful. You are done with this, guys? Shall we go to the next level? Yes. Now we have told about hardware, software, database. What is pending now?
Network.
Network. Correct. User, we are not going to speak anything about it. Network, we need to study. Network means what network? Telecommunication network. Correct. So we call it as TN. You remember? Shall we go and write all those concepts relating to it? Okay. First. Now, what is computer network? Guys, computer, you know, it is a electronic device. Correct. We know that. You know the expansion of computer also, right? Commonly operated machine, purposefully used for technical and education research. So that is what they are trying to say. What is that network? Collection of computers and hardware through a channel. So write the single word, collection of computers and hardware. That's the only keyword you need to remember, so that you can do anything. You can share the resources and information. So write this quickly. Why I am asking you to write one after another, so that all these are quick points, small points we can quickly take down. Collection of computers and hardware, hyphen. What they will try to do, share resources and information. Types of networks they'll ask in the exam. What are the two types of networks? Connection oriented network and connectionless network. With the connection, without connection, wire connection, wireless connection. That's all. Wire and wireless. This and all is quick to understand in MCQ only. You need not sit and fully write unless and until, but this has to be remembered. What are the basic issues that is addressed by the computer network? Short notes question, important short notes. So you need to know only the theory behind it, and remembering is not a big deal. You can easily remember. What are the four basic issues? Router issues, bandwidth issues, correct? When network is not connected, what you will say? Sorry, sir, router is not switching on or it is not working. I don't have enough bandwidth. My contention means the data is leaving and coming. It is like contented. I'm not able to get a full flow. Resilient, it is not changing to this situation. So 4 points which we need to remember really strong. Mark it again, important for short notes question. See what I am doing. I am saying under which head also it will come. Routing, bandwidth, contention, resilience. Please mark it important. For all this, I would have given this in the meanings. How many meanings I have prepared? 150 meanings for EAS. Do you remember that? Me telling that. So in that I will explain. I would have told you the short notes for what is routing, bandwidth, contention, resilience. Why we should cover this much? Because for 2 marks, they will say write short notes on contention. From where you will remember what is that word called contention? All this has to be studied from here. Benefits is very simple, guys. You don't need to sit and mug up all this, but still quite an important question to remember. What computer network will do? Distributed nature of information, sharing of the resources, power, reliability, and communication. Please write this. Not an important to explain. This is only listed down. See what I'm saying? Only listed. You don't need to write it for or remember for short notes. When I say something to write, please write. I will not ask you everything to write and keep. This and all, you don't need to sit and study beyond this. Whatever I am telling in MCQ is enough. How they may ask you guys, which of these are not the benefit of computer network? They can ask you that question. Only if you know, you can write, right? Otherwise, you will not even know from what they are asking. Now, impact, don't bother. Impact, just understand. Time compression might be an impact. Geographical location might be an impact. Business relationship restructuring. What does that mean? Restructuring business relationship. From that particular telecommunication, how much you are going to develop your business relationship. So again, that is also important, correct? So the point is, when you will try to ensure that the business relationship are restructured. Yes, so that is going to be an important aspect. Okay, so impact of telecommunication network, you can try to remember this. When will you get the videos? I think we should ask only the academy. Once you finish this, what I will do, I will tell. EIS Mudichiroma, we will complete EIS recordings, all the 5 chapters. I will give that to the academy. So once they start giving that 1 month, I think they should also give you the videos, because now they may not be able to give, because I need to finish all the 5 chapters, then give it to them, then only the academy will give it to you. But it will definitely be before your crash course. That means before September, they will definitely give it to you. So when you see that and come and sit in crash course, it will be even more beneficial. So what we will do is, we will also touch on the other question and answers and complete the whole thing, correct? So let me finish and then they will share. So I have no access to the videos. It will all be done by the academy only. So we should only ask it. Anyways, once you finish, and if it is there, you can also put that in the group for any doubt. So the academy will also answer that there. Okay, now impact is not a big point, correct? So what is the next one? So important, classification of controls. What control? Information system control. Mark it very important. They have a chart here for, you will have a chart in the what? In the material, they would have told it very clearly. See what I am trying to do, guys. I will say, now guys, this is a bigger concept that you are going to study. I will tell you what are these mnemonics that I am talking about. It will be helpful. You can also write it and give. Don't write now, you will not understand anything. Don't just copy paste. Once I finish, you write. Okay, you will write and give. So first I will tell you, then you can write. Okay, guys, listen carefully. I usually tell this concept whenever there is a control. First, we need to know what is control. Correct? Guys, control means, they will say, if I wanted to have a control over you, what I should do? I will have to say that I'm in a better and bigger position. Now, when I wanted to have a control in a company, what I should do? For example, I am doing a documentation. How I will have a control? I need to ensure that properly I need to document it right and keep it. So I need to have a policy, then only I can have a control. Procedure. Have you studied about RBAC, guys? RBAC, role-based access control. So all this and all is control. So what they are talking about? Policies, practices, procedures, and organizational structure. That means hierarchy of organization. So first we will write what is control, then you will understand what is the classification of control. Shall we write what is control? Guys, what I am saying, policies, practices, procedures, organizational structure, which can either be prevented or detected and corrected. Are you able to see this? So important to know the meaning. Can you first write what is control? Write control first, then you can write classification.
We learned in first chapter also.
You would have learned this in first chapter, correct? Write this again. This is IS control, that is internal control. All controls are same only, correct? But headings will be different. IS control is different. Internal control is different. Internal control is different. IT control is different. IT control you will read in chapter number 5. See how many controls you are having. You should have control over controls, correct? That's what EIS is all about. So many controls will be there. Please write this quickly. Principles, or you can say policies, principles, procedures, organizational structure, which can be prevented or detected and corrected. Yes. Clear till this? Now we should go and see what are the objectives of controls. Guys, we already know what are the objectives of controls. Preventive, detective, corrective. Based on the resources, they will talk about three things. See, PDC, you already know. What is PDC? Post-dated check. What is PDC? Preventive control, detective control, corrective control. What is resources? PAC, LAC, and EC. What is PAC? Physical access control. What is LAC? Logical access control. What is EC? Environmental control. This is based on resource. What is based on audit? AC means what? Application control. MC means what? Managerial control. Are you clear with this? Now you know what I am talking about. Can you first write this? Preventive, detective, corrective, PAC, LAC, EC, managerial control, application control, right? Everything. See, what is this 3, 3, 2? Are you able to see this? What is 3, 3, 2? Objectives of controls are 3. Nature of based on IS resources are 3. Audit functions is 2. This is your major content in chapter number 3, controls. But very easy questions only they are asking nowadays. Guys, you should understand this was a part of CA final syllabus. I told you ISCA, you remember? Information Systems Control and Audit. There same portions we had. Now there is no more ISCA. They have removed and brought elective paper. They brought everything to EISSM happily. So now you guys are reading or learning the CA final portion. EISSM is so different. You know what they did? They brought some concepts from ITSM, old syllabus. They brought some concepts from CA final, old syllabus, and they introduced some new topics. So a combination of all these three you are studying. So you are almost a CA final student, correct? So the portions that they studied in CA final, we are doing it here, correct? Everything is the mixture of what you had in the old and the new ones. Okay, now are we clear? Shall we go and write what is preventive, deductive, corrective? Not a big deal, guys. You should only understand the story. Okay, you don't need to sit and write. Preventive means what, guys? Preventive control means what they will do? Prevent, precautionary, correct? What it will prevent? Errors and omissions. Anything for incidents, errors and omissions, it will prevent. Detect, what it will do? Everything it will detect. Detect errors, omissions or malicious act. That means anything that can create a danger. Basically investigative in nature. Corrective, what it will do? Once you detect, you will correct by reducing the impact or error. That's all. How long it is going to take? Like this, you will be able to complete. Shall we finish environmental control? That this also, everything can be complete and then you can write it full together. Okay.
Yes.
Now, environmental control means what is our control? Now, power. Again, now we say cosmos should not be affected, correct? So they are saying the nature should not be affected, but you need to ensure environmental friendly, correct? Use your bulbs which will create less emission so that you will not have a disturbance. Air conditioning sometimes is not good for health. You need to have only natural air. For every time, power is very important. If the power goes, you need to have at least a basic UPS. UPS expansion is what, guys? Uninterrupted power supply. So that is there. We have already given here smoke detection, correct? In every big building, there will be a smoke detection, fire extinguisher, water damage. There will be a small tap in the big one, in the bigger buildings with a red color one. So it will sprinkle water once it finds that there is fire. All these are what control? Environmental control. So you need to remember the examples. So what I am saying, I am marking all the examples. You can write the examples quickly and finish. First write this: preventive, deductive, corrective and environmental. Then I will go and explain what is pack, lack and all. Quickly. Quick. Preventive control, this and all is very simple points. You would have studied all this range in second standard, third standard, correct? One liners and all. What it will prevent? Errors, omission. What deductive control will do? Detect. What corrective control will do? Correct and reduce the impact.
Can you scroll up?
Okay, so what we have told is, we said we will have to cover the application control and managerial control. I'll tell this very openly. They are not going to ask you questions on pack, lack and all. They are going to ask you only question and answer. They'll not ask MCQ. So, but you should try to understand. I'm not going to explain everything on what is blackmail, what is embezzlement and all. I would have already done that in the video because that's for the question and answer. Now, if I sit and explain, I don't think it is going to work out. This is going to be more for MCQ. Explanation, we will do it only when there is a requirement. I will tell it very simply. Now, what they are talking about in PAC and LAC, I will tell you, so that if you have written and kept, you can keep this for your further study. Now, physical access control. Am I directly checking you whether you are available or not? Yes. So when I try to do a physical access, that means I am there in person. I don't try to keep any automation. I am doing it in person. And if I try to do it connecting with, for example, I am now checking, I am asking one person to check whether people have joined. Okay. I ask them to take a register and sign with the names that is going to be present in that particular day. I do everything physically. It is called physical access control. Now, when simple example, attendance system, correct? Attendance notebook you write is different from you keeping a biometric, correct? When you seek biometric, it is going to be what control? Logical access control. It will be more information resources. It will not be direct physical access. It will going to be more information. Let's take for a simple example. I quickly tell and we can go to managerial control. Guys, do we have ATM? Yes. What is that for? Withdrawing cash, deposit checks, that, this and all. What control it is built for?
Logical.
It was built for logical access control. Why? You don't need people there. For that only they brought ATM, correct? You cannot stand in the queues of the bank. So what they said, you can go anytime, 24/7, you can go and withdraw cash, you can deposit the check, that, this and all. Now, are you actually having a logical access control in ATM? No. There is a security to ensure whether everything is properly happening. Now, logical access control has become physical access control. Easy to remember. Logical access control means no people required. Now, in foreign countries and all, in petrol bunk, will there be anyone? No, no one will be there. Then what you will do? You will itself,
we have to go and fill it ourselves.
you will have to go and fill it yourself. Will you pay cash?
Yes, sir.
You will swipe, correct? You will have a card, petro card, you will swipe and it will automatically detect. It will not suitable, it will not be suitable for our country. You know what people will do, correct? So all this, see, it depends on the country. We cannot say we are like that. They have made us like that, correct? So from the independence, if we have given full freedom for everything, at least then we would have been made proper. After independence also, we are slaves only, correct? People who do not know anything about it, people who have not completed 12th standard will be education minister. People who is already having all the illness will be health minister, correct? So if you make people, politicians, pass like exam, CA exam, if you keep exam, nobody will be there. Now who is a politician will be politician anymore, correct? So all this will happen, but it is not going to happen in our country, and we know that also. In the middle of these people only you are going to study and you are going to live in the society. We have got no option. Anyways, I'm not going and speaking about it because for me, I feel it is waste of time. If ourselves, if we develop, at least we can try to do something for our family. Then to the society. We cannot change the whole country and all. Anyways, so now coming back. Now started, right? The Olympics started and they started saying, we are not getting medals, we are not getting medals, correct? So only one PT period, what you will keep medal? That's what the people are asking now, correct? That also max substitution class teacher will come and they will not be able to allow you to play. Where will you expect medals and all? Correct? This is what there is a debate going on. Now, the point is physical access control, and when it is through the system, it is logical access control. Logical access control means who will take care? Information resources itself will take care. So please first underline information resources. Here it is going to be physical. Here it is going to be information resources. Nothing beyond that. Don't sit and waste time studying all this. Openly, I'm telling you. In question and just understand the concept. That's fine. Explanation and all will be there. What is required when it comes to the question and answer. You don't need to bother about it now. Managerial control. Guys, very simple. Managerial control means what? Development, implementation, operation, maintenance of information system. You manage the whole information system. How will you manage? First, whatever is developed should be implemented. Whatever is implemented should be operated. Only when you operate, you will know how to maintain it. If you do all this with an information system, it is called what control? Managerial control. So right, development. So you can also remember this. Managerial control. Who manages our country, guys?
Right.
I'm not speaking anything more. Just for your mnemonics, I am bringing. Okay. Modi. Maintenance, operation, development, implementation. Easy to remember?
Yes.
There are exceptions in politicians who have not studied, but still they use their brain. Correct? There are exceptions who has brain, but still do not know how to use. You have both sets in our country. Okay. I'm not going beyond. First, we will go and write managerial control because that only will be helpful. Remaining will be of no use. Are you able to easily understand this managerial control? Yes. Guys, you have 8 types of managerial control, 6 types of application control. All this you will go and study when you go inside the question and answer. Boundary control, communication control, input control, processing control, output control, database control. Like that, you will have almost some 20-25 controls in this chapter. Okay, if you read these 2 heads, yeah, components of information system and controls, if you study itself, chapter over. It
Sir,
is
will
like
there
that
be
big.
any PDFs for question and answers, sir?
I didn't get you. Come back.
Will there be any PDFs or
Definitely yes. Definitely yes. Because I am very confident that you will not open study material. I am very confident. But what we should try to do, the material that I am giving you should at least kindle you to open the institute study material. Definitely I'll give you PDF. That should be helpful also. Okay, smart works and all also I will give you. It will be very helpful. So beyond that, you don't need to extra sit and study. If you have joined EISSM, leave the responsibility to me. I will take care. Okay, so you don't need to bother about it. I will not say I take class and go, then it is your responsibility. I will not say that. You have come here because you have got all the other classes also to be done. EISSM should be time pass for you. Correct? Between auditing and FM, you should have it like a time pass subject. But you should also improve your knowledge on that. That is how you need to read a subject. Correct? You should never feel like, ayo accounts are, costing are, you tax are. Like that, if you keep on be elevating with your emotions, then how will you write the exam? You should feel like it is nothing. So I will manage that. I can also do it very easily. Okay, you are done with this application control. What they will try to do, whatever is the data should be complete, accurate, and valid for you during the 3 stages. What are the 3 stages? IPO. What is the IPO? Input, processing, and output. But they are not saying it directly. They will say input, updation, and storage. That means they will bring iPod here indirectly. Shall I tell you how to remember this? This is how you will remember application control. BC iPod. You know what is that? Boundary control, communication control, input control, processing control, output control, and database control. Are you clear with this? Can you write this? BC iPod. What is BC iPod? Boundary, communication, input, processing, output, and database. Don't write data storage. Write database. Can you quickly take this? Then we can go to the next level. You're done? Okay, good. Need for control. Now, guys, listen carefully. We told ISSCA is how you will remember this whole chapter. Do you remember what is ISSCA? Information, System, Controls, Audit. Correct? So what did we complete now? We completed information system, components of information system. HW, SW, NW, database, all this we completed. Control also we told. Guys, shall I tell you how to remember control? Easily you can remember. Preventive control, detective control, corrective control. This is one set. Second is application control, managerial control. This is another set. Then you will have physical access control, logical access control, environmental control, another set. That's all. Easy to remember. So you can easily manage this and try to remember. So control is one. Then you can remember two based on audit. So 1, 2, 3 you can remember. One is control. What is control? 3PO plus PDC. You remember that? That speed should come. 3PO plus PDC is what? Practices, policies, procedures, and organizational structure. Then PDC is preventive, detective, corrective. Now we will remember 1, 2, 3. What is one? Control. What is control? What is number 2? Controls based on audit. What are they? Application control and managerial control. What is 3? 3 is based on resources and based on resources. What is based on resources? Physical access control, logical access control, environmental. That's all over. Control can be remembered as 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Can you write this and keep? Shall I also write this so that it is going to be easy for us to study later? So big things has to be brought under control. So I will usually say 1, 2, 3. What is this 1, 2, 3? 1 is going to be control, which is nothing but 3PO plus PDC. Correct or not? 2 is what? Based on audit. What are the two things? Application control and managerial control. What is 3? Based on resources. What is that? Back, and easy. That's all. Are we able to sum up this easily? Shall we go to audit now slowly? What I am talking about, are you understanding? Information system completed, control completed. Now we are coming to audit. Audit of what?
Information.
Information system. Audit of not just information, the whole system itself. Audit of information system. Now, what is the need for control and audit? They will ask you this one question. Are you getting this answer? Most important question when it comes to list questions. If you write the list, it is enough. You don't need to explain. They are going to hardly ask for 3 marks or 4 marks. So you don't need to sit and explain all this when you don't have time to complete the other things. Just remember this. Why you need to bring control and audit? Because there can be data loss. Listen carefully, then you can write. There can be data loss. If you do incorrect decision making, it is wasted. When will you audit, guys? To check whether you have done it correctly or not. So decision making has to be pakka. Third, any computer abuse is happening. Guys, documents means you can check it manually through your 6th paper. What is 6th paper for you? Audit and assurance. How will you know whether information system is proper or not? Don't you think you should check whether the computer abuse is there? Don't you think you should spend cost for checking whether it is all properly done? Third point. What is the value of hardware, software, and the people? Next, high cost of computer error. Then only you will know whether that error can be prevented or detected and corrected. So that is going to be there. Privacy has to be maintained. That is so important. So you will do control and audit. Then evaluation of computer use. You will keep on having a change. what we had when we studied in school as computer. Computer means not only this dabba, all the technology related machines, correct? Now just think in 10 years, what is the development? Now car automatically it will drive and go. You can sit in your house, you can sit in the office and switch on your washing machine. You can sit in the home and you can switch on the AC in your car. This and all has happened. Tesla, they have already brought that in the foreign country. You don't need to drive beyond a point of time. Correct? When you get a car like Lamborghini or BMW, you don't need a serviceman to go and tell you what is wrong in the car. The system itself will be able to tell you. See the level of technology. You can use remote for your light, fan and all. You don't need to do it only for AC. We call this as Internet of Things. This is the big concept that's happening. Now in auditing and all, you guys use analytics, data analytics, which is so bigger. Artificial intelligence. After 5-10 years and all, you do not know whether I am going to teach or my robo will teach you. I will only guide the robo. I will not know. Correct? It is like that. You also will not sit. You will make your robo and sit. Robo will communicate, and that robo will teach you. This robo will be taken my communication. So this can happen. Correct? China, to prevent the pandemic, those fellows only created all this nonsense. They will itself show as if they are good. They are saying all the hotels, they are only using robots to serve, because people to people interaction means spread can be happening. All this and all they have already started. We are in 2021. Japan already crossed to 2040. Correct? What we will do in 2040, they are doing now. Correct? We are only in 3D, 4D. They are in 16D. Correct? They are in the development, or they are in the peak. You cannot even think of doing. Slowly we are developing. By the time we develop, they will be in 2080. Correct? So the level of technology that they are improving is enormous. So the evaluation of the computer use, you need to have control and audit. Can you take down this point? This point is going to be important for exam, so I'm marking it in green. Quickly take down this. What is the need for control and audit of information system? You can mark it important for the exam. You're done, guys? Yes. Okay. Now, shall we go to the next level? Now we will go slowly to information system auditing, IS audit. I already told you what is the difference between the general audit and IS audit. IS audit, what it will try to do? It will do 2-3 things. One, safeguard the asset. They will ask this in one-liner, important MCQ, one-liner. Guys, this is question and answer. It is not MCQ. This is going to be more a question and answer type. They will not ask this in MCQ because it will be tough to ask. But the next one is going to be for the MCQ. What it will do? What are the objectives of IS auditing? They can ask you like that also. So I'll write here. They can also ask you by saying what are the objectives. So we should be careful about this, important for the exam. What and all? Asset safeguarding, data integrity, management objectives with, okay, I'm sorry. Where did I go? Give me a minute. With efficiency and effectiveness. There are 4 objectives. You can easily try to remember. What are they? Asset safeguarding. So you can write along with me. IS auditing objectives. Asset safeguarding, data integrity and management objectives. That is together, data integrity, management objectives, efficiency, effectiveness. Can you take down this? Asset safeguarding, data integrity and management objectives, efficiency, effectiveness. See the next question, you will be surprised. Same answer, different question. Impact of control and audit influencing. Adhe kada. Same story. They can ask you the same thing in a different way. Objectives of IS auditing ketalum, the answer is going to be the same. Impact of control and audit influencing an organization. What impact? Only these 4 things it will impact: asset safeguarding, data integrity, efficiency, effectiveness. So do you know why it's important? Aishwarya, you have a question?
No, sir. Like same points we studied in first chapter also.
Yes.
Safeguarding.
You will always, there will always be a connection. Correct? Because see, whenever you remember control, no. For every control, you will have almost the same points. Because that's a universal concept. For our thing only, we say chapter wise. For a professionals, we will show only concept wise, right? So when you say concept, everything will be like repeating only, correct? Guys, once you know the basics, every subject is a mega serial only. You will feel like you've already seen that episode before. Correct? You will be in the same episode after 500 days also. So conceptually, if you are strong, no, it will be like the same thing. So only I said, don't go by question, go by concept. You speak, if you guys speak with your principal or maybe an elder people who are really strong in professional, you will understand they will never bother about your chapter. If you say institute material, they will throw. They will only be bothering about BAR Act and the reference materials, that only. Sir, I studied in institute study material. If you say no, they would have also studied in institute study material only. But beyond a level, they will not keep only that book. Correct? They need to have a base, right? Same with me also. If you work with me, you will understand that all this and all is only relating to this. Beyond that and all, we will never touch on. Concept only is there. You're done with this? Shall we go to the next one? Guys, audit tools. Again, from CA final, they brought this. I will ask you to remember ISCA again. This is not information systems control audit. This is what I will just tell you. You will be able to understand. Are you able to see, get that ISCA? What is I? Integrated test facility. I'm not going to explain all this because I've already done that in the video. Anyways, I'm going to do that in crash course. So you don't need an explanation right now on this. What is this? I will tell you, but okay. First, I. What is I? You will write integrated test facility. So you got ISCA I. What is the 2S? Snapshot. Then system control audit review file, which is called SCAR. SCAR, system control audit review file. Then what is that? C. Then audit hooks. Take down this. I'll tell you simple examples. Anyways, all these are there in the meanings list also. So let's not sit and write all this. I will tell you the story now. Okay. Quickly write this. ISCA. ISSCA. 2S will come. Have you completed this?
Yes.
Guys, do you guys take screenshot in the mobile? Why you will use that for? In fun, we will say no. In a fun way, we will say girls will use that for evidence. So I have not seen people doing that and all, but still, anyways. So the boys will not know why they are taking screenshot, but still they will keep on be forwarding that to people. Correct? So this happens. Sometimes you do not know, but majorly screenshot. What I will do is I will take screenshot so that I can update my status. Okay. The second thing is I will never tell people that I'm going to steal your status, but I will take a screenshot, edit it and put it in my status. Correct? This happens with everyone. Correct? I will openly accept because everything is a copy only. Correct? That file also would have copied from somewhere else only. Anyways, so we should not feel like copying. So the botheration is when you take a screenshot, it's in your mobile that you can access it for your documentation. But for your IS audit, when the system itself take images and it is keeping for further evidence, it is useful for IS audit. That is called snapshot. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Remember, screenshot for your mobile, snapshot for your computer system. So what it will do, it will take images of the flow of transaction. Listen to the story alone, keywords will automatically cover. So what I will ask you to remember here, guys? Screenshots. Easy to remember? No. Next, guys, do you take a backup for the file? Yes. Now, when you try to use a backup for a auditor, which auditor? IS auditor. Who is IS auditor? Information systems auditor. For them, if you try to create a backup file means full dump. Full dump, when you wanted to give it, they can accordingly manage it and audit. Guys, you should understand, this is the audit of the system, not the books of accounts. Are you understanding what I'm saying? It is only audit of system. So what you will do, you will collect data only relating to system. So snapshot and all you will take for these certain folders and files. Integrated test it will be like a full dump. They call it as dummy entity. Why is that they call it as? Because it is not the original, but the backup of the original. So they call it as what entity? Dummy entity. Are you clear with the story? Guys, story and concept is more important. Next only keywords comes. So first, if you don't understand even what I am talking about, what will you study then? Are you clear? Scarf is a combination of 1, 2, 4, 5. What am I talking about? Snapshot, integrated test facility, continuous and intermittent simulation, audit hooks. Combined is called SCARF. Easy to remember. Continuous and intermittent simulation. Guys, they will always say, whenever you try to talk about exceptions that is happening in the system, it will record. Audit hooks. Anything suspicious, it will record. Exceptions is different. Suspicious means what? I have a doubt. If the system thinks it is doubtful, immediately it will record that in audit hooks and give it to the auditor itself. Auditor will come after the close of everything, correct? But then and there, it will send you. For example, now 8:25, there is something happening means immediately it will record in the audit hooks and it will send immediately to the auditor's terminal. Auditor will come and sit in one computer. It will come by date, it will go and sit in that particular place. So he can verify that there is some suspicion that is happening on this particular date and this particular time. Like that, the auditor will be able to find suspicious transactions will be taken. Now, can you take down this? No keywords I wanted you to write. So I'm not going to touch on 68, 69, 70, 71, 72. But you will know the keywords. You will be able to understand it very easily. First write this, then I can cover this. Can you take down audit tools? First take down with the keywords. You will be able to understand it later.
So do we need to write the contents of snapshot?
No, just write only the keywords, because when you see the content, no, you will know that that is the only keyword we will have to underline. Anyways, we have this in the meanings list. So let's not try to do the same thing again and again. If you see here, see what I'm doing. If you're done, it takes the images of the flow of transaction. Okay. That's what they will say in this. So keyword is done. Integrated test facility. What it will create? Dummy entity. Scarf, what it will try to do? It will embed all the audit software module. Correct? That's the hybrid of all these things. What is CIS will do? It will trap only the exceptions. What audit hooks will do? It will flag only suspicious transaction. Did you understand what I even did? Instead of making you write for 10 minutes, I am telling you the story and the keyword, and that is enough. Anyways, you have this in the meanings list. I will give it to you in the book also. So let's not sit and write and do this accordingly. Are we clear? Shall we go to the next level? Audit trail. Trail means what? The flow or the logs that will be created. Now let's take for an example. I am sending a mail to Ranjit. Okay. Ranjit is from another department. I am from another department. I am sending a mail to Ranjit. Now Ranjit should reply back to me. Will he send a new mail or will he reply back to my mail? He will reply back. Okay. Now he is replying back. Now he gave me some information, but it is not making me full. So I am messaging. I am messaging Anand now. I am putting a mail. So will I send a separate mail or I will do a reply mail of Ranjit? From there I will send it to Anand. From the reply mail of Ranjit, because it's all connected. Now what Anand gave me is not full. So what I'm doing, I am sending it to Venki. So he is also doing that. So what happens now? After some 8-9 conversations, you will be able to know where the mail started. The mail started from me and then to Ranjit and then to back to me, then to Anand, then to me, then to Venki and then to me. Like that, I'll keep on like some. The flow, it will be like a tail, but you should not call it as a tail. Here you should call it as trail. Audit trail, not trial. It is not TRIAL, it is TRAIL. Are you understanding this flow? This flow is called what? Audit trail. So that it will, this logs means what? Storage of all the information which is used to record the activity at the system. Not just the system level, application level and user level. All the three levels you need to remember. Are we clear with this? Yes, three levels. Now audit trails, will it be chronological? Yes, the order was, I told you the example, no, it will be in order only, it will not be in haphazard way. What are the two different types? You can have this in accounting also. You can have this in operations also. What are the three objectives? We call it as PDF. What is PDF? Promoting personal accountability, P. Then detecting unauthorized access, then F, facilitating reconstructing the events or reconstruction of events, PDF. Easy to remember. Now next is the organizational chart. Anyways, we are not going to cover, we are going to cover this in EISSM only, because you have 8 organizational structures there. You will be able to study this like simple, divisional, multi-divisional, SBO, like that you will keep on be studying. So let's not bother. Just say refer EISSM for 8 organizational structure. SOD is you will not do everything. You will segregate the duties so people will do it for the other purpose. Easy. Now are you able to, can you take all this? So wherever there is going to be unauthorized activities, wherever there is going to be fraud or sensitive data, they will segregate the duties. Can you take down this? If you complete this, then I will give you 5 minutes for you to revise. Then we can start with 4th chapter. Okay, can you do this? Start writing quickly. I hope all this that I am showing you on audit trail is visible, correct? So take down this for 5 minutes. I'll give you 5 more minutes time for you to revise back. Okay, guys, are you understanding what I'm saying? 5 minutes to glance what we have done in chapter number 3, information systems, control, audit. See everything, get the grip. So the last 15 minutes, we will start on what is there in chapter number 4. Expansions, nothing beyond which I've already told. OODBMS, RAM, ROM and all is not a big deal. If there is anything, I can combine that with 4th chapter. You don't have separate expansions on this. Okay, so finish this. 5 minutes I'll give you to write. 5 minutes we'll do. By 8:45 again we will start, and 15 minutes I will sum up on what is there in chapter number 4. It should be easy for the next class to proceed. Can you do that and come? Yes, yes. Start doing. 5 minutes I wanted you to study and 5 minutes for you to write and keep. So what we will do, guys, we will just start with an intro for chapter number 4. Why I am giving an intro for this last 10 minutes is so that when you come to the next class, you will never feel like you wanted to start anything afresh. You can glance it and come. So we can go to chapter number 4. What is this? First, I will tell you what will be there as a basics for chapter number 4. I will tell you. So first thing is basics. I'll make it bigger. I think the font size is very small. Hope you are able to see this. Guys, are you able to see this? Yeah. Okay. Basics. See, what is the first thing that we need to remember is we need to concentrate on concepts relating to e-commerce. E-commerce means what? Commerce means what, guys?
Exchange.
Buying and selling. Correct? Trading. When you try to do it with the system, you call it as e-commerce. Any electronic device. Correct? When you try to do that with mobile,
Mobile commerce.
M-commerce.
commerce, mobile commerce. Correct? Okay. Now, what do you think? The moment when you remember e-commerce, what will you remember?
Amazon.
Amazon. Correct? Online shopping. You get everything under the sun. Correct? You feel like you are bored. Okay, then you bring the massage fellow inside home. You wanted someone to cook, but nobody is there to cook. Swiggy or Zomato will come. Correct? You eat too much, your stomach is upset. Then Metform 20% off, Practo doctor appointment. Correct? All these things, everything will happen in home. Correct? So you have not grown your brain, but only hair grows. So automatically one fellow will come and cut your hair and then accordingly get you that. And if you feel it is the whole house is becoming dirty, you will try to bring people from what app they will come and clean your house, guys. Urban Club. Correct? They will come up better dressed than us. We will be like looking like beggar fellows. They will come up like in a real good way. So they will try to do it. Plumber, electrician problem, everything. Correct? And the moment when they say big billion sale, you definitely know that you don't need that goods. But because they are giving it discount, you will get it. From Jeff Bezos godown, you will keep it in your godown. Nothing will be used. Correct? So you will only try to get all these things and do not know what to do. And you will say economy down. Correct? These fellows correctly will try to use the opportunity. Ambani becomes the topmost during the pandemic. Jeff Bezos becoming number 1. So correct. Jack Ma is becoming the most important, the next most important. All these fellows know how to do. We are happily sitting in the home, sitting in the relaxed in the easy chair. And these fellows, in TV, nothing will be shown. So you will go for Netflix and Amazon series. Worst film and all also you will not see. Now whatever film they are showing, you are seeing. Correct? For that subscription also 1 year you will do. 1 month also you will not go. Correct? Like how you apply for the gym and you will never go for more than 5 days. So this happens every time. Now all this you will be able to think when you remember e-commerce. And mostly in the smartphones. They will try to bring everything right from there, including scanner and all. Nobody gets a scanning machine, correct? Unless and until you have it separately, everything right from scanner, payments, bills, whatever it is going to be, everything is through mobile m-commerce. The most important thing after that is digital payments. You will talk about what payments? Digital payments. Now, nobody have cash in hand, correct? Everything is cash at bank only, correct? Cash in hand, nobody, only wallet will be there, nothing will be there inside. You will have 450 cards inside. In that 449 will not have any balance. Only one card will have balance, correct? So this happens because digital payment, mostly net banking, online banking, correct? You have developed some 4 or 5 people. Who are they? Paytm,
GPay,
Pay, Google Pay.
GPay, correct? All these fellows. And you will have some apps like this, that, this and all. You will play like sending 50 rupees. Macha, I send you 50 rupees. You send back me cash back 50 rupees. Cred, 500 rupees cash back. You will send that to that fellow. That fellow will send back to you. And cred also will give you 500 cash back. Have you tried all this, guys? You know what that cred is? Rahul Dravid will hit all the car. He will say, I am the Indra Nagar Gunda and all. Have you seen that advertisement? Okay. All this you will try to get a cashback. Aarti, what are you telling?
sir, it is an ad.
Correct. It is an advertisement only. Rahul Dravid is a very innocent fellow. Why will he break the car and all? Okay. So advertisement. Venkatesh Prasad, Javakal Srinath and all is dancing in the floor. Okay. So you will feel like, what is this? All these are digital payments. Debit cards, credit cards, internet banking. Correct? Guys, you call it as UPI. What is UPI? Unified Payment Interface. All this we will study. They will say do NEFT. What is NEFT? National Electronic Fund Transfer. They will say, I don't have time to do NEFT. Do IMPS. What is IMPS? Immediate Payment Service. Too much of more than 2 lakhs I wanted to send. They will say do RTGS. What is RTGS? Real-time gross settlement. Okay, do you have BIM? They will ask, what is BIM? Bharat Interface for Money. Correct? All these things are digital payments we are going to cover. So examples are what? Examples, just some 2-3 examples. Debit card, credit card, net banking, UPI, IMPS, etc. There are many. We will remember the expansions. For this chapter, there will be so much of expansions. We will have to remember that. What is the fourth one we will try to have? Emerging technologies. Emerging technologies. There are totally some 10 technologies you will study. And if you know this, you will be able to complete this whole chapter. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Can you write down this? Write the heading. E-commerce, M-commerce, and emerging technology. Chapter itself is that's all. And inside chapter also that's all. So write this heading: e-commerce, M-commerce, and emerging technologies. Digital payment will be included in. What is there under e-commerce? We will write the questions in the next class. What is there under M-commerce? Nothing will be there. What is there under emerging technology? 10 technologies. In 10, there are so many questions. For all that, we will try to write the MCQs and make strong. Then digital payment, traditional method and new method. That's all. Can you quickly write down this? Now, when you know this, you can easily start the class from where we left today. It is not like something new story I will have to tell. I will continue from where we are leaving it today. You can also go back and browse what are those 10 technologies. Cloud computing, grid computing, mobile computing, virtualization, green computing, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, like that. Bring your own device. Like that, there will be some 10 technologies. You don't need to remember anything now. I told in a quick flow for you to know. We will be able to remember that from the next class. There is no issues. Easily we can do. Some questions are list-based questions. If you prepare the list as an answer, you will get marks. No explanation required. Like that questions and all we can cover. Are we clear till now? 4th chapter is clear. What are the 4 things that is there in 4th chapter? 4 things in 4th chapter is what? E-commerce,
M-Com,
M-commerce, digital payment, emerging technologies. Okay. So 4 things, 4 concepts in 4 heads in 4th chapter. So we can remember it in that way. So what we will do now, we will stop here for the day.